Thank you everyone for being here for what I think is the most exciting panel of the whole event. My name is Maria Aguete and I'm Head of Media and Entertainment at Omdia, part of Informa, based in London, and I have been covering media for the last 25 years. But it's true, this is the hottest topic ever, microdramas. I was in IBC, I went to MIPCON, I went to a Google event. Everyone was talking about microdramas. Why? Because there is a lot of money. It's not just storytelling, short stories, something funny. There are lots of billions behind this topic. At Omdia, where I work, we just published a report saying microdramas this year is already $11 billion in revenue. This is twice all the revenues generated by fast channels, Pluto, Roku, Samsung TV Plus. So already these little stories will generate double the revenues of fast. But most of that is in China. 80% of that 11 billion is in China. So what about here in the Middle East? Can we generate billions in this region? We will find out very soon. For that, I have here 4 amazing panelists, some of them already making a lot of money thanks to microdramas, that they will tell you all the secrets, but I prefer if they introduce themselves. Let me start with you, Tim. Tell us your name, your company, and what do you do?
Hi everyone, my name is Tim. I'm from Singapore, and my company is COL. So COL is actually the pioneering company back in China where they started the whole microdrama trend in 2021, which I'll give an introduction later. We're now the biggest in terms of platform. So we have this platform called Real Short, if you know. It's global and it's international. It's based in the US. We also have a fast-growing platform called Flareflow, which is it's beaten Netflix, HBO within 3 months of launch to become #1 in the US and top 3 in Canada, Australia. So yeah, it's been a very exciting and wild game. Yes.
Fantastic, Tim. What about you, Oumaima?
Yeah. So my name is Oumaima. I'm here representing Blinx. I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with Blinx, or at least it showed up on your feed sometime, especially those who speak Arabic. So Blinx, we are the first digital media hub here in the Middle East. We launched exactly 2 years ago, and alhamdulillah, we've been growing so fast. We have a database of followers of over 15 million followers across all social media. We have a TV application, a phone application, and our goal is to empower Gen Z to deliver the news while keeping the authenticity of the traditional media, but give it that dynamics and that fun of social media. So our motto is more story, less noise. And alhamdulillah, Blinx is growing so fast, and I would like everyone to know more about Blinx today, and especially because my main job at Blinx is monetization. Sure, we are not dealing a lot with microdramas, but we deal with the storytelling in general.
Fantastic. Tony?
Yes, my name is Tony Saab. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm the founder and CEO of Tesliya Entertainment. It's a new platform. It's a worldwide platform that is, the core is focused on the microdrama and other diversified content. But I started this venture since 5 months now, and things are looking good. And hopefully now with the panelists, we can discuss more on how we can convert the microdrama from just swiping to a consistent content production industry in the region as well.
Perfect. And finally, Cassandra.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for attending our fantastic panel. So I saw a lot of the old friends from the CapSat and the MIPCON, and finally here again. Good to see you all. I'm Cassandra Young, and on behalf of RisingJoy. RisingJoy is a world-leading content hub for the microdrama. So we have already bring more than 500 titles, including Chinese, English, and Korean, to the global partners. So as a content provider, we are everyone's friends. So we are not competitors. We just enable everyone to join the microdrama industry and may open doors and opportunities for the content providers and platform as well. So I'm happy to be here again and share more insights based on our existing experience on the global distribution and network building.
Fantastic. And I'm going to make this session interactive, so if you have questions, let me know. Tim, let's start with you.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's start with the basics. How do we define microdrama, vertical drama? What classifies a piece of content as a microdrama series?
So I'll tell you what isn't microdrama and what isn't classified as that. It's not the same as taking whatever you have that's already produced, a film or a series, putting it into a vertical format. Shooting in vertical format doesn't equate microdrama. What we're trying to do right now is we're trying to catch up with this evolving landscape, which everybody already is on a couple of years ago since the change of TikTok and Instagram. Microseconds attention span and accessibility. People are watching content vertically, but there's no one that's really monetizing it. So what we have done is we've monetized microdramas, vertical viewing experience. The strategy behind it is not just putting a series on a platform or on a social media platform. The strategy is putting episodes that are 1 to 2 minutes long, 90 episodes on average, put it on social media, let you watch it, make you want to download it, you watch it, and you want to basically pay to finish the series. So it's a binge concept where we allow people to experience the story and we want them to complete it. So the story is very compelling, but it's not just good storytelling. It is very addictive. So you can expect very much of an Arc 3 sequence. So every single scene. So imagine, right, typically in your regular series, you come back from home, you open the door, you walk in and everything else. We cut all that out. We go straight into the drama. So microdrama is when all the action comes into place and packed into 1 to 2 minutes series of a 90-minute episode.
And it's very interesting because we keep talking about cord cutting, people canceling, I don't want to pay $10 a month. But how much people are paying for those microdramas in your platform? Can you give us figures of how much people are paying? Because we're not talking about just advertising. We're talking mainly about people paying transactional, weekly, or monthly. Give us a figure so people realize what are we talking about.
She likes her figures. So
I
do
love
I.
figures.
So the idea of microdrama, and I give you some background of myself as well, is I come from Sony Pictures prior to this, and then I joined gaming for the last 8 years, and I was running a gaming company. It's very gamification. So people could actually, the whole idea behind it is the idea of buying skins, of buying coins, so you could actually complete the series. The idea is also in the ability to basically use money to basically complete that, that sense of achievement and satisfaction that people are not getting from watching a regular series, which may take 6 episodes for something to happen. So that satisfaction is paid through money. So weekly, on average, it's around $39.
39?
Yeah, USD.
A week?
Yeah, it's expensive, yeah. But we're talking about impulse purchase. We're talking about impulse purchase, people wanting to finish it,
It's kind of addicted, like addiction. You need to watch the next episode.
Yeah. And then obviously there is a yearly package, which is lesser. The way it's structured is so that when you buy something that is a year long, it feels like a strong deal. But at the same time, you can also get coins if you want to complete a series, and it's $6.90. You could also watch ads if you want to. So time is money, and for a generation, Gen Zs, right? People want things to be fast. So people would rather spend money to get the answer.
We will come back to you because everyone wants to make $39 per user a week. Oumaima, do you think, are you managing to do this at Blinx? Are people willing to pay, you think, $39 a week to watch microdramas? What is your experience so far in this region? Do you have microdramas, short content? What do you offer?
So basically at Blinx, we don't do microdramas, but we do short formats. So we are an infotainment kind of platform where we bring news and make them into a storytelling kind of format where people watch. And we figured out that through trial and error during this last 2 years, that there's this unspoken 3-second rule that if people keep watching your content over 3 seconds, this means your content is successful. So we're trying to, and again, I want to mention something that's very important. I think that microdrama, for me, it's a distilled emotional kind of content, because it's not just about producing short format, but it's about how to convey those emotions and how to attract people to watch that short format, rather than just bringing something large and then make it into a shorter format. That never works. So for the monetization part of it, I think there should be a little bit more patience in terms of monetization, because I lived before in South Korea for most of my life, and I'm so familiar with the short dramas. 10 years ago when they were launched, nobody talked about monetization or ads or sponsorships until it grew into the society and people got familiar with it. And then that's where it started being monetizable. And yes, people do pay for it. But here in the region, we are not yet there. But yeah, I see it coming.
Fantastic. Tony, you are also an expert in this region. Tell us a bit more about your new app, because I think it's quite new.
It is, yes. So basically, just to answer Timothy, I think it will be very hard to see that Gen Zs has $39 per month to pay for microdrama, unless their parents are paying for it and they have enough per week also.
Per week.
So,
Tony, you are making an assumption here. You are saying Gen Z,
Don't have
but who is paying this money? Because maybe that's the main.
We need to see some analytics from Timothy.
Timothy, I mean, you are on the spotlight. Who is paying $39 a week? Is 15-year-old boys? Is women? Who are they?
Mid-30s women. Yes.
It's women, mid-30s, 40s.
Yes.
Can I add one point? I'm so
Yes.
sorry to interrupt. But
I said I want to make this interactive, so feel free to put hands up, disagree between you.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Just I want to mention something, and this is a question for you as well, Tony. We see one of the highest monetizable platforms today is Roblox. Roblox target market is not even Gen Z, it's Gen Alpha. So, and we see like a lot of money going in that. How do you think it's different, for example?
Parents are paying for the kids every week to buy things from Roblox, and it's ongoing. Parents needs also to approve what they are buying for their kids. What I mean that today, especially in our region, I believe a freemium microdrama will work better to build up for the industry, to prepare ourselves to have like the premium content that people will be willing to pay, not $39 per week, but maybe behind the paywall of a certain amount of money. So for doing that, it needs to have the story right, to be relevant to our region as well, and to have the three acts, like to have a good hook, the tension, and also the resolution within the minutes clip that people can watch. So this is not an easy job to do, and I believe it will take some time, and hopefully microdrama can be also part of a bigger aspect of content diversity in the app that I have the strategy to do. So I'm not only focusing on the microdrama, it's the core, but eventually people will land and has like a cadence of content that can swap between microdrama and something else.
Yeah.
So this something else can be behind a paywall, and people can enjoy their microdrama free.
Yeah.
For now. But again, we'll need to see. Hopefully, we can reach to what Timothy is saying, $39 per week. We'll all be happy.
Fantastic. So let's see how we can make that happen. But Cassandra, I want to ask your opinion why you said you have been in many events. Hot topic is always microdramas. Do you think, like Tim, that people are willing to pay this $39? Do you think people, for example, in this region, they will not pay and they prefer free? What is your view about the whole microdrama?
Okay, that's a very good question. I think that because, Tim is also our friend, right? COL is also our friend. So like this kind of one app target at the global market, people may have the payment power to pay bi-weekly to reach the team's benchmark. But from our experience, because we are B2B partners, we work with very local players in every region. It quite depends. And that's the reason I think maybe for some regions, we can think about maybe a hybrid model, not just the IAP model, which means in-app purchase model. Of course, everyone wants to generate revenue from the content directly, but we need to consider the local content consumption behavior. I know that maybe for like Southeast Asia, for India, and for MENA, actually that's the 3 biggest market of our company right now. And we also observe a lot of the local players. They are doing hybrid model. Even DramaBox, currently they are doing hybrid model. So which means that if a market, definitely we target at young generation or Gen Z. If the young generation, they like to watch ads, then exchange coins, then pay for unlock the remaining episodes, or they like to the compulsive payment, or like the buying Coca-Cola this thing for microdrama direct pay. As long as it generates revenue, I think that works for every market.
And I was checking here my notes, because already in this region there are more downloads of DramaBox and some of these microdrama apps, more downloads than Netflix. So in this region, it's already very, very popular. But Cassandra, I know you came with lots of data to highlight what you are saying, so we're not just talking here based on nothing. Do you want to show some of your figures?
Yeah, that's definitely the highlights I want to bring to the DICM this time. Can we show show my slides?
And do you have the clicker?
No. I don't have the clicker.
Okay.
I just want to, that's actually the Q3 data I want to show on the MIPCOM, but I didn't have a chance. So I bring this to DICM. So you are the first viewer audience of my data. I just want to give you a better understanding on what happens of the microdrama globally. I believe that also Maria mentioned microdrama has already achieved 11 billion, multi-billion USD, including China. So your data is like the global, including China. Our business is focused on the market outside China. So it's definitely a multi-billion business, but when we look at the trend and the markets, you will see that first of all, we need to see how is the growth compared with 2024 Q4 and 2025 Q3. I have to say for the downloads, India currently is world biggest downloads market. Happy that RisingJoy is one of the accompany this market start from 0 to world biggest one. And Indonesia is big, Brazil is big, US is big. The good thing, interesting, is that we saw Saudi ranked in the top 10, just start from this year. So when I come to CapSat, I think in May, there is no data. I didn't have any data about MENA, but right now we have the data about MENA, and we see Saudi has already been the top 10 market regarding to the downloads. Yeah, so that's a potential viewers, fans there. And from the, thank you so much for everyone just take photos. Actually, that's a thing. You will see still, I have to say, Asia, USA, Latin America still take 70% of the market share. But I think in the next year, this chart will be different. A lot of the new market will come out. And everyone is very interested in how is the market revenue size. Yeah, definitely USA always the biggest one. That's the reason I think that lots of the international microdrama apps are targeted at US as the priority market, like COLs, right? You're targeted at the US market. Every big China-run international apps I always target US first because it's a positive ROI, high up value, and Japan is also good. The interesting thing is we see some rank up like Brazil, Germany, and France. This kind of revenue is catching up. We are very happy to see the dynamic of the market change. So US definitely the big brother. But I think that next year everything was, no one can just take US status at this moment, but we will see some new interesting phenomena come out. So everyone knows that microdrama starts from China, and then because of Southeast Asia is very close to China, APAC is very close. So the APAC market grows bigger and quickly and catching up. And also US and Brazil, Latin America grows big. But after 1 year, we see something interesting. We see the potential here. Especially, that's the reason I came to Dubai second time this year. So we see Saudi's data. We see the data from Turkey, if we count Turkey inside MENA region. And although Europe market is a little bit scattered and every country has their own culture, we still see the data there that the revenue is at least is possible, and we will have some interesting market there. So I think that this is what about this year. So we need to have the confidence. Microdrama is an industry of 10 times growth in next 3 to 4 years. So we have the conservative estimation and medium and aggressive. If everything goes smoothly and correctly, I think by the end of this year, the international revenue of microdrama, not including China, will be around like 2 billion. Because I remember 11 billion is the global and 9 or 8 and 9 are China, then 2 or 3 billion. I think that's right, aligned with your research. And if we count into the 10 times growth by the by the 2028 or 2029, it will be reached at least 20 billion to 45 billion.
Fantastic, Cassandra. So let's go to more questions. So do you want to show us another slide?
Yeah, I think that we can stop here.
Perfect. Let's stop there and let's go back to the panelists, because I think you are convinced that there is a lot of money here. Yes, there are two countries. One is China, one is the US, because although there are lots of downloads in countries like India, what we really care is where is the money. Let's face it. If we can make those downloads profitable, great. But what we want is people to download and get money. At the moment, team is mainly you manage that with people paying, not so much advertising, people paying. So let's go to the creative side of the whole story. What are the genres that people should produce to get people hooked in seconds? What do you think or you know that people are paying for? What are the genres?
So to talk about the genres, we need to talk about who are the people watching. So we're targeting people who are swiping on their phones and find a series on a OTT platform very hard to watch. Not because they don't want to watch it, but the stories are so out there. And a story of this maid who found out that she's a billionaire daughter and has a chance to fall in love is so accessible. A story where you see and you watch this actors, you go, oh wow, this person looks quite similar to me and is being able to fall in love with this guy who is not an actor, is so appealing. So the art of these stories, and before we talk about the genre, is it has an element of satisfaction and it comes from fantasy. The ability to create that, oh my God, that's possible. It is possible to happen. And it's someone like me that I could relate to. So you're expanding to people who are not just paying for the Netflix of the world. You're expanding to people who are hoping to buy a bit of this hope that they can see. So these stories then become very grassroots. It becomes stories that laymen could relate to. The romance stories, the stories about falling in love with a billionaire. Like I said, a maid become this billionaire wife. So yeah.
Tim, you said something here that I think is the key. Many times people ask, why Quibi failed? Were they ahead of times? Maybe they were, but I think you said something very important. People in this sort of time, they don't want to watch something complicated. Not necessarily they want to see Hollywood actors.
Yeah.
They want people that they can relate to. They want something simple, as simple as romance, becoming a millionaire, and things like that. Quick, fast, simple. They don't want the complexity of very sophisticated Hollywood productions. In fact, that will kill it.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
Yeah, I would agree. A very simple plot that someone could relate to, like a simple revenge story. Like, yes, I want to get back at my ex. And you see that satisfaction, right? You could relate to it. So that story is I think, it's just amazing. But I have to be honest. I think the stories have evolved so much in the microdrama world in the last couple of years. I'm sure for Cassandra, because she does distribution and so do I, is that the story that we see in like 2023, 2024 are very simple stories like this. But now we're seeing very big productions. We're seeing, hundreds of crews that's involved in the shows itself.
But that's what I'm worried about in a way. You were making money with simple revenge, I'm in love, I want to be a millionaire. Now that they want to put more money and make it more sophisticated, will it make it better or will it make it again complex for those people that they wanted simplicity? And this is a question for all of you. You already know what makes money. Cassandra, what do you think makes money? Something simple, romance, revenge? Or do you think there is room for other things like sports, history, documentaries? What do you think hooks people and people want to pay money immediately?
Okay, I think that follow Tim's topic. Have to say currently, billionaire romance is the most safe one. Yeah, everyone will watch billionaire romance. It's definitely a modern format of Cinderella story. Right, so that's the females like. But when we see the different market, for example, India, male titles works better than female, and we see a lot of the titles. The genre is about how a very ordinary nobody become big shot, like the strike back, counterattack, or like from rags to the riches. This is the most popular genre in India. I think maybe it also works in MENA because we have some data that shows the MENA's appetite is close to India. Also, we have the experience that Turkish content works well in MENA, India content works well in here, right? Yeah. Like the Chinese and the Korean content here is actually international content, right? So that will be something interesting to see in this market. And also because we have the experience in China, so I think there's a lot of genre haven't explored yet. For example, horror and suspense. This is the genre that we are not so good at it. But maybe it will be some possibility with the international local producers find some sources or find some skills, produce such kind of genre. Because in the long-form content, this kind of genre has already been proved that it can be success. So in the microdrama, or maybe in the future, we don't call just the microdrama, we will call micro-entertainment. Maybe including like the variety show, maybe the other format. Even in China, we have the animated microdrama right now. So if we consider a micro-entertainment, they are full of the possibility that is beyond what we have right now.
Perfect. So we have a new word, micro-entertainment. There you go, Cassandra. So I want now to hear from Tony and Oumaima. So do you think in this region, this content will travel well? In this region, the dream is also to become a millionaire and marry someone to get lots of money. Is this what will sell here as well? What do people in this region like?
So I think that all genres can be successful, honestly. It's not about being a romantic genre or even sports, even thrillers, everything can work. It's not about what is the content, it's about how is it made. So basically, for example, us in Blinx, it's about developing the quality of that content. Now, let's be honest about it. Most of us don't even have TVs at the home anymore, or if we do, it's just like back in the background. So before the TV was the first screen, and now the phone is our first screen. So it's about developing and being concentrated on making that format for phones more than it is for TV. Because again, it's how the media consumption has changed big time. Now they don't have time, they want to watch something very fast, they're on the go, they don't have time for TV and everything. So everything I think is monetizable, especially here in the region. It's about finding, and you mentioned, Tim, a very important 2 points, it's about defining your market and being relatable to that market. So just to give, again, an example of Blinx, our mission is to empower Gen Z, so we give them the total freedom to create their content, and we just put it as it is. What we do at Blinx is just we support them with that good quality of production and post-production and things. And we don't even work with big influencers or famous influencers. It's straight graduates from school that comes to us at Blinx, and we form them because they're more relatable, they're more into society, and they know what's happening. And we give them that total freedom to create the content they want.
Fantastic. Tony?
Yeah, so I need to say something. Today, for the genre, because the main question was about the genre, I think the genre, which are the romance, the little bit of sci-fi, and mainly comedy as well, these genre can work on a vertical, on-the-fly watching aspect. But today, if we want to move all this industry to be in the entertainment, micro-entertainment, it should be an entertainment that also can convert to a bigger screen as well. Because if you are in a metro or in a bus, you can always watch like a minute or two, or yes, people at home also are sitting and watching on their mobile. But as Michael Bay will say, if I want to watch action genre, I need a big screen. I need to see the production, the high production of things. So I think our job today with the industry, and I see most of the industry gurus are in the audience, we need to work together to transfer this aspect of microdrama to be converted in a actually entertainment storytelling with high production, accessible to everyone, but also can go and be watched on a bigger screen, not only on the mobile.
Which is already, since we published this report at Omdia, lots of clients are asking us, yes, people spend a lot of time on their mobile phones, but we know that now more and more people watch YouTube on the smart TV. Do we think that people will also have microdramas, micro-entertainment playing on the big screen at home? Do you see this happening, or this is not a priority and you don't think?
If I may answer, for me, today I already have it. So all my platform devices on LG, Samsung, and other TV, Apple TV as well, is available. So yes, you can watch it now, but it still feels like the short videos and the reels. The ambition is to move it away a little bit from this aspect, to give it, as Timothy said, that now there are bigger production happening. So we want to wait and see. And for us in this region, we need to understand if people will start investing in localized production with the good storytelling and be monetized properly. So it's a challenge, but I think we'll do the test and see.
I want to go back to Tim to speak about numbers again. We said there is a lot of money here. People are willing to pay a fortune. How much it costs right now, on average, to produce one of these microdramas? How many episodes of 1 or 2 minutes? And tell us, comparing how much it costs to produce it versus marketing costs. Because how can we find content? This is a problem of today. Fast is not doing well, because there are thousands and thousands of channels out there. If everyone launches a microdrama, how can we find them? So tell us about costs.
Before I get to the cost, I want to explain one thing about the price that you pay, right? So putting out that $39 a week is an option. You have the option to watch it for free, to watch ads as well. I think the ability to give people the power to choose, like going to a departmental store and they decide their value of time, is the ability
But
to get
if
the
it's
money.
free, they don't become billionaires.
Yeah.
If you pay, it's how...
Yeah, exactly. So I think having that option is important, which is why the hybrid stuff does matter. Just to explain, just in case you think that I get every money, all our money from that. In terms of production, it costs on average around $100K to $200K, depending on where we film it.
$100,000.
Yes, USD, depending on where we film it. Production is very efficient, very effective. Sometimes we film an American series in Asia, and we fly the actors over, for instance. It's quite strategic, and we spent up to almost sometimes $1 million or more on marketing a series.
Okay, this is a very important number. 100,000 is to produce the show. 1 million is to marketing costs. Where do you market that content? What are the main platforms where you spend that money?
So the series, unlike a Netflix show, right? You let people watch the show. Yeah, you let people watch the show on the on a Instagram, TikTok, and that's how you get into the feed, right? So that's how we usually do the marketing. We don't market the series as a whole.
Yeah.
So unlike a typical series that you see on like a HBO where they tell you this is the new series that's coming, you literally get the content, you watch the first 5 episodes on TikTok and you go, oh my God, I need to finish this. Like, where can I watch it, right? And because you don't know the title, you have to download the app.
There is a question here. What is do you want my microphone? How many episodes do you...
90 to 120
90 to 120 episodes.
on average.
And which genres? I think you mentioned it before.
Most of the time is
Romance.
Yeah,
It's
but
romance,
comedy and thriller will change. For example, right? If today we were to film a thriller, we would probably film, or an action, we'll probably film in Asia. We'll bring the actors over because I can close the road. I can have a car crash for like $10,000. I can't do it in the US. But every other scene can be filmed indoors. You wouldn't know.
7 days.
7.
We're giving here lots of numbers. I don't know if there are people from the press, but this panel has been fantastic.
So I'll give you an example, right?
Yeah.
So I filmed a scene once, and I was explaining to someone earlier in a hospital, and we managed to close part of the hospital for it. There is a mart outside. We brought the stroller. We set up the mart. It's a supermarket because it's a closed shot. And then there's a door outside. We use the door as an office door, so it looks like someone is exiting your office and taking a call on the outside. So 3 scenes are being set up at the same time where the hospital scene is being set. The kid actors are from the US. Basically, they're kids, international children, right, working there. Then the parents and the actors are just from the US. We have 6 lead actors, and everyone else is just local foreign actors that we have.
It's quite amazing, the low cost and the satisfaction, which tells you that you don't need to invest a fortune in content in order for people to watch it. But Tony, would you agree or not? If you are to do this for people to pay, which kind of factors, which kind of talent do you think you will need in this region?
Look, basically on the actors and stuff, you can always get new faces, and it will be a little bit cost effective. However, in our region, if we want to do some production, these numbers will not be valid at all. And then the difficulty is to monetize when you invest 10 times maybe what Timothy is investing in one series. Then this will be a little bit a challenge for us.
I also want to mention about AI as well. I think the use of AI in microdrama production is going to change the way stories are being told. At this point, we are using AI to film a lot of big scenes that typically you would need a helicopter for. And sometimes even film some of the first few episodes on AI to test it. And with the data that we have, because just to put it out there, we do not have to present to a network before the series goes on air. The people who are watching it is the network. We sometimes even put up 6 versions that goes live to see what works, come back, edit it because of the number of seconds they don't watch, and then put a new version up. So the ability to capture the data and then immediately go, so this is an S-tier show. We go all in. This is where the $1 million is within like 6 hours because we know that show is working. Yep. Gives us the ability and confidence to put that $1 million behind it. versus just hoping that someone will watch and they will subscribe because the data is there.
There's lots of questions because everyone wants to become a millionaire now. Question from the audience. Do you have a microphone? Yes, 1 second. But yes, feel free to ask questions because I think everyone will launch a microdrama tomorrow. You can do it in your hotel room, 3 people. It takes 7 days, so.
Hi, Timothy. Dipashri, also just moved from Singapore.
Oh, lovely.
Hi. You said something very interesting that if the production cost is around 200K, your marketing budgets are like 10x of that, which is quite the reverse of what traditionally happens in marketing. No, we usually say at best spend 10%, don't go more than that. So would you be open to telling us like what that split looks like? Like you mentioned there is social and then there is app install campaigns, but what is something very creative that you have done in order to break the clutter? Because I have discovered some of the most interesting microdramas on social, but are there other discovery platforms as well?
Right. So at this point of time, it's very much focused on socials and programmatic as well, just driving basically people to watch and finishing the show itself. Because having the ability to capture the audience right from the get-go, like, the 7 to 8 episodes, using tactics like what I said earlier, not releasing the name of the show, causes you to go download the app because you don't know where to look for it until you have the app on. So these are little tricks, that you actually can employ.
And I have to agree with you, Tim, because many times companies are failing because people cannot find their content. Many times piracy is there because people cannot find content in a legal way. So maybe spending more in marketing so people can find that content is in fact not a bad idea. Well, in fact, it's a great idea for him. His company is doing extremely well. But there are more questions, so... and also feel free, the panelists,
please answer to
answer or to ask questions, because everyone is looking at you that you are making so much money. So you are an example of... So, but Cassandra, Tony, feel free, everyone, to answer.
Thank you all. I am a field director and producer in Latin America. We just produce a show reel. So we have that knowledge. And my question is about like, how do you manage, because as you mentioned, the budget is very low in terms of productions, like the opposite from the marketing perspective, but how do you handle to not lose all the quality to the cruise itself? And also what is your learnings about another type of genres, not only soap operas, even though that we are very good on that. And here in the region, how do you see cross-multicultural partnership between the regions?
Very good question.
Okay, so you have 2 questions. One, I think, is about the crew, right? I'll answer that one first, and then you can answer the multi-region one. I think in terms of the crew, I think there is a baseline in terms of like making sure that the crew are well taken care of and they're very familiar. I think the microdrama crew, for example, right, if I were to hire a writer for the series and I have a traditional writer versus an ad writer, I would actually consider an ad writer because this person can communicate an emotion within 5 seconds versus a traditional script writer where they go, oh my God, how do I shorten this drama? I want a characterization. Right, the creative process changes. So selecting the crew is very important in terms of finding the right people, and maybe the traditional people needs to have a bit of a change and shake up. So yeah, to answer your question, we hire differently.
Anyone want to comment? Tony?
Yeah, so basically what I want to say about the multicultural thing, today, from my experience, sometimes I feel there is a stereotype in all the microdrama that I watched previously. Now things are changing and they have a storytelling coming from different cultures. So till now, the microdrama is mainly romance, as I said, and comedy. It's very hard to move to action because it will be hard to have a good experience with an action movie on a microdrama on the fly. So it's all about combining this multicultural thing and bringing a storytelling that is being able to be localized for us in MENA in a way that it will be relative to the audience as well. And this is not happening till now.
Do you want to answer, Cassandra? Because I think there are more questions.
I think actually I bring some video to this conference because, as Tim just mentioned, AI production, right? And just Tony mentioned the action things. Can I show slides that I can show something? I want to inspire the industry people about what the microdrama can do. Can you show me? Yeah, I will go through quickly. This is the regional markets highlights, just to let you know that we have already witnessed that Saudi, Turkey, and Egypt has the potential there as the downloads. No worries, I will share that on
yes, let's share it later because we have 4 minutes left as well.
Let's go to the, I want to share you about this thing, just this one. This is the AI production.
Faster, faster, faster! Oh my God!
The last one. Finally, there's food.
Hey, it's safe here.
Come on, catch me now. Gotcha.
Okay.
I'm Maya Hart.
Oh, sorry.
a wedding
Just
planner.
close that.
And this is not part
Please
of the
turn off the
Yes,
slides.
okay.
Can you just turn off the slides?
Yeah.
Please.
But this is what Tim is talking about, romance. Look at that couple.
Yeah.
He's a millionaire.
I can show
You have
everything,
to pay
but
to watch
we
that
don't
episode.
Have so many times. I just want to say, actually, this microdrama, this title has already achieved 5 million views on the TikTok.
The AI one or the romance?
This is from our partners,
Yeah.
partner studios in China, using open AI resources, doing that. And I believe that team also have their own original AI production, which is also very high quality. So regarding to the genres or all the limitation that you imagine within the microdrama, currently we can use AI to reduce the cost, add efficiency, and do more about like the sci-fi and even the giant scene that may cost a lot. So that's the thing I want to share to the market.
Thank you. And believe it or not, we already spoke for an hour, meaning we have 2 minutes left, but there is a question. They may give us some extra time. Oh, no, there is one there as well.
Yeah, quick question.
Okay.
Who's paying the 1 million? The producer, distributor, or the platform? Platform, okay.
2 more questions. One, that man there, he had his hand up for a long time, and then this lady. And maybe we can get some extra time because... That will be question number 3. So let's go first. 1, 2, and 3. The question has to be less than 10 seconds. And
thank you for the opportunity to ask the question. Great panel, and we really enjoyed and learned so many things. Thanks really to great DICM team and great, Maria, your moderation. I have a question for Cassandra.
Cassandra.
Yes. Everyone is asking Tim, so I don't... Cassandra, what is the difference between doing distribution for microdrama and regular one?
Okay, that's a very good question. I think that we also learn microdrama is still a very young industry. So currently, I have to say microdrama, the first window will be on the existing app. For example, CLS, Flat Flow, Real Shot, something like that. So in the market, available are always the second window distribution. And consider that there will be more and more new apps coming out next year. So we are all grant the non-exclusive rights. Either it's for the worldwide, either was for the region. So that's the basic idea about the windowing, which is a similar. We learn from the traditional long-form distribution, and something will be new. maybe come out like the new monetization way, revenue share way. So there's a lot of the new possibility. I know there's a lot of studios are very interested in how is the distribution scope, how is the potential market. I cannot say too much, but I just let everyone know that a lot of the U.S. film directors has already have conversation with us on producing premium microdrama within micro budgets. So we believe that in the next year there will be more English titles, but with the traditional media players joining. So let's see. It's still very new.
We are out of time, but I know there are some micro questions coming very quickly. Are we allowed to 5 minutes extra?
Maybe 5 minutes, 2 minutes quickly.
2 minutes quickly. So we're microdrama episode. Quick question with quick answer.
Cassandra, the question goes to you. Now that you're seeing a rise in Egypt and Saudi, are you planning to invest in Arabic titles for microdrama?
That's an interesting question. First of all, I'm very interested in MENA market, and to be honest, we have already had business here, so we do have buyers here, and of course we will consider. Currently, we are distribute Chinese, English, Korean, and I think for the next half year we will consider Indian and Turkey. So I'm very interested in Turkey microdrama because we see some good titles at the MapCon. And also, if we have a partnership with a solid platform here, we will definitely consider co-invest in the Arabic language microdrama for sure.
They're making me signs. We cannot even say goodbye, all of us. But if you want to say very quickly goodbye, all of you, in 10 seconds. Tim, do you want to say goodbye and advice to these people?
Yeah, thank you guys for having us. It was a pleasure, and hopefully you got some knowledge on the microdrama now, more than we do as well, because with all the guys here making lots of money, I believe. Hopefully we'll do that in the future.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. I would like to thank DICM as well for having us, for everyone who's here, who's listening to us. And I would invite everyone to share or to have some interest in Blinx, because we are truly disrupting the region in terms of storytelling.
The 1 million pounds man.
So if you're looking at either distribution of content, we've got 1,000 titles, we've got platforms that are willing to look at collaborations. And yeah, we're very excited about the MENA market and region, and definitely keen to answer some of your questions after if you have any. Thank you.
Cassandra, 10 seconds to say goodbye. 10, 9, 8.
Since we have already had partner here, so let's do business together and generate hundreds of $millions here.
Fantastic. Thank you. I told you it was the hottest panel of this event.